It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. Today we have with us none other than Olen Parker, aka OP, our baseball guru for the network. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, Mike. How about yourself?
Well, you know what? I dare not complain. It seems like we just started talking about opening day for baseball, and here we are now at the regionals. Before we get a little bit into that, what's your recap, man, on what Southern has accomplished under Kerry Jackson this year?
I'll tell you what, in the short 2 years, man, that guy has did the unthinkable. I mean, to take a team from the bottom all the way to the top in 2 years, that's a tremendous feat.
Yes, sir. No doubt about it. Jackson and the Jags will be opening up in Mississippi. And, you know, there's an old saying, be careful what you ask for. There were concerns that they might end up right there in Baton Rouge, but they're going to open up in a very competitive bracket in the likes of Mississippi State, number 1 seed, Miami Hurricanes, number 2, Central Michigan, number 3, and the Jags, number 4. They open up on Thursday, 1 o'clock for the Jags and Mississippi State, and then I believe it's a 6 or 7 o'clock start for the other game. How do you see the Jags matching up in this contest?
Well, based on what we've seen in the past with Coach Jackson, he have the guys ready to go. I mean, I think they've been on some big stages this year, and I don't think this stage will be too big. Kerry has been in the SEC, so he knows how to prepare a team to play against SEC opponents.
So with that being said, realistic terms from my vantage point, I could possibly see Jags pulling out a win possibly in that second round of play, presuming that they fall a little bit short against Mississippi State.
Absolutely. If you look at them all year, when have they lost 2 games in a row? They haven't lost 2 games in a row, as I can recall, all year. Dating back to the SWAC tournament, they lost a game, could have easily lost the second one and not be in place, but resilience of the team and the preparation from the coaching staff have them guys ready to play, even after a big loss.
Okay. So what do you think some of the keys will be for the Jags to have any type of run in this regional?
Well, just take a page out of the job they did against LSU, an SEC opponent. If they come into the game and play with urgency to score runs early and get outs late, I think they have a realistic chance. But it's going to be a little bigger stage because they'll be on the road and hostile environment. So they're going to have to strike early and often, just to sustain the win.
Well, I think one of the keys, too, would be minimizing the errors. Because this game, no matter how high you get, it boils down to your basic fundamentals. Play some sound defense, have some quality pitching, and not making the mental errors as well as the physical errors.
Absolutely. If they can get a few runs ahead, cut down the mental errors, late in the game, they'll have a chance. You got to realize they played LSU at home, and this will probably be in front of 10, 20,000 people. This will be a real hostile environment coming in.
Well, I think that could be used to your advantage, especially in a baseball setting, because it's us against the world mentality. And I think you could channel that to getting an early start. And I think you can take the crowd out if you are able to jump out in front.
Absolutely. The first 5 innings always tell the game to me.
The first 5? Not the first 3?
First 5.
Uh-huh.
The 5 innings, Mike, I think you should be almost and went through the top of the lineup twice, for sure. If you haven't got to the top of the lineup twice, then you're having problems. All right? If it's the third time they're batting with the 5 innings, that means we got a lot of problems on defense.
Got you. So, in my philosophy has been, you want to give yourself the greatest advantage. And by the time a guy comes around for that second, third time, he has a pretty good read on the pitcher, what they have, how the ball is moving, Do you yank them at the first early sign of trouble, or do you try to weather that storm, or just let it be strictly a gut-based feeling only?
Sometimes it's gut based. You guys have played over 50 games now. The guy has definitely been in that situation before. And you can tell when your pitcher has his good stuff, or he's just doing okay. Struggling early can be a good sign. It can be a bad sign also.
Okay, so as far as hitting, here is a time in most cases where hitting becomes somewhat minimized because the pitchers, as you just made mention, have gotten into their grooves right now. And we know, especially in postseason play, good pitching minimizes and equalizes quality hitting.
Definitely. The Jags better be ready. They're going to face some good quality pitching, especially on day one. Mississippi State's not going to come in there with the intentions of letting the Jags hang around. They know that LSU got beat by this team, so they're not going to take them lightly.
Oh, no doubt about it. No more sneaking up under the radar. They're definitely going to have an X on their chest, and you can best believe that the Bulldogs will be coming full throttle toward the Jags. We're talking with Olen Parker, a.k.a. OP, on the Open Mic Broadcast Network and the Mike Prince Show. We've talked about the Jaguars and what are they doing. Let's go back to the other 9 teams that remain in the conference. What are you imagining that the other 9 institutions that are not in the position of Jag, what preparations do you think should be taken right now as they prepare for the next season?
Well, all of the clubs should have done the individual meetings with all their players, especially the returning players, to find out where they stand, within the team. Secondly, you should have been already getting ready to fill the holes of the seniors you're going to lose, possibly a draft guy or two, possibly incoming freshmen that you've already signed, or JUCO players you already signed. So in all, you should be preparing to have your next fall in operation mode.
Okay, and operation mode really kicks off in August. A lot of people get caught up with football season and soccer season started, but it's also the start of fall ball, and that is very critical if you want to make any type of progression moving forward right now. What are some of the key things to help building a strong fall program?
First key is making sure you got the players to contribute immediately to help you from falling short again the next year. Second of all, you got to have had a conductive calendar to tell the guys that everything is going on every day. There should be no new coming guy to your program that doesn't have an idea what's going to be going on. I know when I was at Louisiana Tech, we had a calendar, and it was, I think, 200 days of baseball, we called it. And it was going to tell you from the day you touch campus until May, this was going to be going on. So guys would take that theory. Everybody should know what's going on, whether it's a practice day, game day, scrimmage day, inter-squad day, off day, study hall day. You just got to prepare the guys mentally. If you're prepared, they'll be prepared.
Okay. Now, we know that the NCAA allows 56 games to be played in a season in combination of what your regular season is and that attributed to fall scheduling. A, do you believe in scheduling fall opponents? And then B, how do you use that to your advantage?
Well, definitely, Mike. Most people should have somebody that they can play in the fall close by where it shouldn't be an overnight stay. I like to play a fall game. I think when I was at Grambling, we played Stephen F. Austin fall doubleheader because we were allowed, 2 games we could play just to see where you are as a unit and see what it's going to take for you guys to come together to be ready for the spring. So I'm definitely in favor of playing a couple of fall games.
Okay. Now, Stephen F. Austin to Grambling, that seemed like a pretty far stretch.
It was about 2.5 hours. We drove there. We left out about 8:30, got there about 10:30, 11, played a doubleheader and came back. It wasn't too bad.
Okay. Now, I like the philosophy of possibly if you got some JUCO programs that are close by, to play them, and for a twofold purpose, in my opinion. You get an inside track on some guys who could potentially be on your squad the following season to help fortify your program. And once again, it should be a close and short travel.
Right, definitely. And, in the Houston community, there's an abundant amount of JUCOs right in the area. So I think, like Texas Southern and Prairie View, they should have problems playing fall games against those guys. Like you said, it can be a twofold where you can be preparing guys that you want to see against the guys that you got, and also let those guys see what kind of facilities you have and what kind of coaching staff you are. So,
yeah, so I think it could definitely be. When I just think of the junior colleges, you may mention the Prairie View and Texas Southern. You have Alvin Junior College, San Jacinto, Wharton, Blinn. I'm trying to think. Lee College. That's 5 colleges right there that could really, really help fortify what you do and how you're doing certain things, and and still get some quality ball. And let's be honest, anyone that keeps up with the JUCO baseball rankings, Region 14, 4 of those 5 schools I just mentioned are in Region 14, which is by far some of the best baseball throughout the nation as far as JUCOs are concerned.
absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. I know when I was out recruiting, I beat those schools pretty hard. I became friends with a lot of those guys at those schools, and sometimes they're your best guys, man. They're going to tell you exactly who you can get that can help you immediately.
Right, right. Well, OP, man, we are continuing to roll as long as baseball is rolling. It seems like we just got started with these series, man, but I want to say I've had a blast. I've been informed. Our listeners have appreciated you, and it's just been a blast, my man, to have you on board with us here at the Open Mic.
No problem, Mike. No problem.
Well, my friend, I'm going to give you some final thoughts and closing statements where you can get that Yahoo address.
Oh, my God.
You thought you was going to get away with it, didn't you?
Absolutely not. I haven't in the last couple of times, so I didn't expect it. Anyway, guys, I've really enjoyed giving you insights on my thoughts as a baseball coach. And I look forward to doing this in the future. So, like I said, I can be reached at Olen Parker 65 at yahoo.com.
The Yahoo man himself, Olen Parker, a.k.a. OP. My brother, we appreciate you to the highest. He is Olen Parker. I am the radio guy, the Dr. Mike Prince. Remember, you can follow us on our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website, obnradio.com. And our 24-hour dial-in message center, 713-570-6736. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.